Hi, this is Yazzii, and I'm the designer of the Yazzii craft storage bags. I'm going to demonstrate our iron storage case today. The code is CA580. About 14 years ago in Australia, there were this size of a little mini iron that was sold at the various shows. And I thought of a bag that'll fit perfectly the iron with its cords and anything else. So this is your little mini iron, and these are the cords behind it. So we were able to sell these in Australia for many years, and I found as I moved into the US, these irons were still not readily available. And I did wonder about it, but it didn't matter because I figured, someday we'll get there. And this was working beautifully for the Australian crafters who actually owned an iron like this. When I did go to Houston a few times, occasionally I would have people buy this bag for this purpose. We have a center strip in here where they can be unpicked and it'll become a full iron storage case. That did fit the Rowenta iron, and it did fit your Clover irons in the US. So we were okay, but we didn't sell the numbers that we did in Australia because there were fewer people with those irons, and this iron was still not available. So anyway, about 4 or 5 years ago, we started noticing an increase in this particular, and the interest increased as well in this bag, because this iron was available in the US, and since then, we've just sold heaps of those bags, and it does work. Now, what I would like to say is often you're buying the bag, and then someone would contact me and say, my little iron doesn't fit in this particular version, but you just need to unpick this area. Also, look at the dimensions of the bags and don't try and fit something larger if it's not meant to be for this bag. The dimensions closed for this iron storage case is 22.5 by 10.5 by 9 centimeters, and it's 8.5 by 4.1 by 3.5 inches. So this is what it was meant to do initially. It has been used for various other little sizes of irons, and when you think about it, it's perfect for you to go to your class and carry it with you. Your next question, which is obvious, and I understand that totally, you're going to ask me if I can put a hot iron in this bag. No, you can't. The reason is we need a Teflon piece at the base, and for the price of this item, it'll cost too much for me to send that Teflon back to the factory in India and reship it to you. I get a lot of crafters say two things. They go to Joann's, they go to Michael's, they might go to Spotlight here in Australia. Whatever they do, they buy that $2 Teflon and they just set it up in the base of this bag and it works. Secondly, there's also a point of thinking saying that you never put a hot iron even at home on just a surface. So using some common sense, this should work actually. And for 14 years that we've sold this bag, we've had not a single customer who's come up and said that my iron storage bag was destroyed. So while you're chatting and saying goodbye to your friends in your quilt classes and your retreats, it takes 2 or 3 minutes for it to cool slightly, and this bag will work fabulously for you. So I hope you can appreciate this bag, and I know we've had people absolutely love them for many years.